You can customize this hair bow with any color, holiday, or theme. For this project, you'll need tulle, a ruler, scissors, filling for your bow such as pom-poms or beads, an elastic hairband, and needle and thread. You can also add an optional bead to go in the center of the bow. I've got a snowman here. Cut a piece of tulle approximately 12 inches long and 10 inches wide. You will also need a strip about 12 inches long and 2.5 to 3 inches wide. Begin by folding the large piece of mesh in thirds, starting at the long end. So make the first fold from the bottom to the top and then bring the edge down so that it's even, and press it flat with your hands. Find the middle of your mesh, just fold it in half, note the center point, and then take a double threaded needle with a knot at the end and just run it through in a big running stitch. It doesn't have to be neat, this won't show. Then pull the thread tight so that the middle is gathered. Take a stitch to hold all the gathers in place. Again, this isn't going to show, so it doesn't matter if you can see the thread. Now we're going to fill the sides of our bow. So open up one side so that it creates a tube, and then pour in your chosen items. I'm using pom-pom beads and some little stars that I've cut from a garland. Do the same thing on the other side. You can kind of arrange them to how you want them to be inside the bow, but they'll kind of free float around, which is part of the charm of this project. So on one side, fold the bow over so that it just goes past the midpoint, and then take your needle and thread and just stitch it through 1 or 2 times to hold the fold in place. Do the same thing with the other side. Make sure that both sides of the bow are even before you make the stitches to hold that side in place. Take some stitches to hold this end in place and also the whole bow. So we're going to go all the way in, all the way through to the back up to the top, just to make sure everything is secure. End with your thread coming out from the back side of the bow, and then you're going to stitch on your elastic. So thread your needle and thread through the elastic and send it around a couple of times to hold that elastic tightly in place. Leave the needle and thread attached to the bow, and then take your long skinny piece and fold it in thirds just the same way that you started out with your bigger piece. This is going to go around the middle of the bow. So wrap it around, turn the bow over, send one side of the mesh through the elastic band, and being careful not to tangle up with the needle and thread, just tie a tight knot. This will help keep your bow neatly together and also to secure the elastic band as well. Trim the ends about 1/4 an inch from the knot. You can leave your bow like this if you would like. It looks pretty just as it is. I'm going to put on a snowman bead, so I'm going to send the needle back through to the front of the bow and thread on my snowman or other bead and send it back through to the back. Whether you put on a bead or not, now you just want to tie off your thread securely, use a couple knots to keep everything in place. Trim the end of the thread and you're finished. Please subscribe to my channel for more holiday crafts and other ideas. There's new videos every week, so you don't want to miss one.